Okay, in this video, we're having a look at differentiating by first principles. So in this, when you see questions like that, you generally aren't given the rule for first principles, so it is something that you have to know. So the rule that we're going to use is that the derivative is equal to the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Now you might notice some things that you recognise from our work on average rate of change and the tangent and the limits that we were looking at prior to this. So everything that we've been doing is a lead up to this point. So here we've got our rule, looks very similar to when we were doing that average rate of change or instantaneous rate of change as h approached 0. We're looking at 2 points on a line, x and x plus h, and then on the bottom we've got h. That is because that simplifies from if we had x plus h, take away x, we're left with h. And like I said in one of my previous videos, you'll always see a h on the bottom. So we're going to use this function that we've been given here, f of x equals 3x squared, to show how to use first principles. So we're going to sub in what we know. So our f of x plus h is going to be 3 outside of x plus h squared, and we're taking away 3x squared. Then on the bottom, we know that it's going to simplify to h. So we're going to expand this one here. So we have 3 outside of x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. This is where knowing your expansion really well is going to help you out. Minus 3x squared over h. Then we're going to expand that out. We get 3x squared plus 6xh plus h squared minus 3x squared over h. Now our 3x squared minus 3x squared, that cancels out. Then we're going to factorise this bit here, and we'll take our h out the front. So we've got 6x plus h there over h. We'll cancel out our h, and we're left with 6x, and I'll just bring it over the side here, 6x plus h. Then this is where we say as h approaches 0, this is going to approach 0, that'll be gone, and it equals 6x. So that's the process you'll go through each time you're doing from first principles, and you'll need to work through those steps to show the answer. Once you learn derivatives, you'll know how to go straight from 3x squared to 6x, but you will still be expected to be able to produce your working from first principles in an exam, and I think you should probably count on getting a question where you have to do it from first principles. It's very common to include that because we want to test that skill. You'll get to a point where you will learn that by rule method, so you'll see 3x squared, you'll know that you're bringing down that power and do 3 times 2, reduce the power at the top by 1 and get x, so we know that it will be 6x. But we aren't there yet. That is what we're going to look at in some videos to come, how to use your rules for derivatives, but you will need to be able to produce your differentiation from first principles. So get busy learning that. Make sure you can do that for your upcoming exams.